So we're finishing up the Beatitudes, and the last two go together in verses 10 and 11. And they read, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And then blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account." If you watch movies, if you watch TV shows, if you watch anything with tension, it seems the ones that are seeking after all the Beatitudes, right? We talked about peacemakers and love, all those things. They're the ones who are reviled. They're the ones who people fight against. All of these characteristics that Jesus labels as you're blessed if you do these, it seems like the world rejects, that people go after just the opposite. Uh, what end of the spectrum do people gravitate towards? When you think about those things, what's the easiest to do? Right? It's easier to be somebody who doesn't keep peace than does. Right? It's easier to live unrighteous than it is righteous. People always tend to gravitate towards the thing with least resistance. And that's why Jesus constantly tells us that people aren't going to understand why we live the way we do. And that doesn't mean we back down or we don't take stands, but we take stands the right way with the right motives, with the right methods. Even if things don't go our way, we take that stand just like Christ did. So as we look at this, at the end of this, that persecution, some countries it's prison. Sometimes it's people ignoring you, making fun of you. It could be just relationships are strayed. People don't come around anymore as much as they used to because you start living your faith out. You start asking sometimes the tough questions of people to help them move along in their faith. Even sometimes that happens among Christ followers, that Christ followers will persecute other Christ followers because they know they should be further along in their faith. And so they'll make comments, they'll do different things, persecute other Christ followers because actually they're weak, they're immature in their faith. And so they want to bring other people down to their level because it makes them feel ashamed to say, well, I should be here, but I'm not. So I'm going to bring other people down to where I am. But that's the idea behind this is if we're living our faith, there's going to be friction with other people in the world. And so as we live our faith, help us to remember that when we are in those moments where friction arises, we have to remember Jesus said, blessed are you, because you're living the way that you should. And again, that's tough in this world, to go against the grain, to go against the flow, to swim upstream, because it does take more work than that. So let's pray that into people's lives, that people are willing to put in the effort to do the right things with the right motives, with the right ways.